God damn, there's a lot of news today. No messing around, let's get straight into it. First up, there's a big one if you live in the US, the UK, Canada, or Latin America. WWE has just signed a 10-year, $5 billion deal for WWE Raw to come exclusively to Netflix in those regions. Now, reportedly, this is going to lead to no ads for Netflix users. However, don't get too excited. Because WWE Raw still streams live to other channels and services, you're still going to get those weird lulls in pacing that the live crowd gets, but the only difference is you can see the awkward parts now. So whereas you think you might be getting more worthwhile content, what you're really going to end up with is people standing in the ring awkwardly and long drawn out rest holds. Now there is a silver lining with reports that it will reportedly be written around these breaks so that the Netflix subscribers and the people with no ads can hopefully get a better experience out of it. And I'm really hoping to see this no ad version come to other services when watching Raw on demand as opposed to live. I'd also like to raise a concern that Netflix doesn't have the best live streaming service as opposed to an actual streaming service, so that scares me a bit. Obviously, you're working with one of the best live companies in the business, so that helped a lot. But Netflix's live streaming service has historically been pretty shabby, so we're gonna have to wait and see how this deal pans out. This could be a real make or break situation. Moving on to the next bit of news, The Rock has been announced as a board member for TKO and the official owner of his own The Rock name. Now this news has a lot of people scared, especially a lot of Cody fans, but I don't think there's a lot to worry about. The Rock said in an interview that he's looking forward to a long build with Roman Reigns. He doesn't want a slapdash 2-month build to WrestleMania out of nowhere. He wants to build that feud out, and I want that feud built out too. There's no doubt that this could potentially be one of the biggest Mania matches ever, just not this Mania. Next one, Dwayne. Get him next time. All right, with that out of the way, let's have a look at the stuff from Raw. There were 2 really important segments. I'm sure if you watch the show, you know which ones. First off, we have Seth Rollins starting off the show, announcing that he suffered from a grade 2 MCL tear and a partially torn medial meniscus. With surgery, there's a reportedly 3 to 4 month recovery process, which immediately scared the crowd. However, he also went on to sort of contradict that statement when he said he's planning on keeping the belt until WrestleMania. And that begs a lot of questions. Is this a work? I find it so hard to believe that the WWE would be so willing to leave their belt on a champion they're not sure is going to show up to WrestleMania. And then it begs the question, if his recovery does not go to plan, where do we go from there? Do we see a quick pivot to Damian Priest with a cash-in? Do we see a quick pivot to Punk winning it early? Do we see an Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship? I have no idea where this could go, and it's made for really exciting TV, but also really scary TV because I really want their plans to come to fruition here. And if we don't see the full glory of what they're planning, that would really suck as fans. That would really suck for the company because there's a lot riding on this WrestleMania. Speaking of Damian, a lot of people are questioning if he's ever going to cash this briefcase in. If he didn't do it right now when the champion has literally walked out and said, my knee don't work so good, when is he ever gonna cash this thing in? Is he ever going to cash this thing in? Could he be the first ever Money in the Bank holder to go into Money in the Bank defending the briefcase? That could be cool. If he won the Money in the Bank briefcase twice, that would probably add a bit more legitimacy to him right now, because right now he looks a bit like a flop. Now look, the last segment we got to talk about is that Punk versus Cody promo segment. Wow. These two absolutely cooked together. That was one of the best promo segments of the year so far. It was one of the best promo segments ever. There was just so much aura between these two, and it made me really excited for a future feud. I'd also like to note that something I've been saying for a long time, and something that was proven here, is that you don't need a clear babyface and a clear heel to go up against each other. Like, just go back and watch those mixed crowd reactions. That should be what we want. Half the crowd chanting for Punk, half the crowd chanting for Cody. Everyone is invested in this match. Sure, you might not get those super loud chants one way or the other, but damn, do you get an invested crowd who just eats up every moment. Now, Punk went on to make the point that his blue-collar roots makes him more of the American dream than Cody Rhodes ever was. While Cody Rhodes says his history in the business makes him more CM Punk than CM Punk ever was. But this is when CM Punk, in my opinion, delivered a crucial blow, saying if you want to be CM Punk, then I'll give you the CM Punk Road to WrestleMania experience. Going on to say you can be on the cover of the video game and you can carry the company for 2 years straight and it doesn't matter because a star much bigger than you will come back out of nowhere and take your spot from you. Now, I loved that reference to The Rock. And I love that he also said, no, I'm not talking about The Rock. I'm talking about me. That segment just got me so hyped for a feud between them. Maybe a preliminary feud for Elimination Chamber. I don't know. I'm sure they're not going to do that. I think they actually probably want to build this for a SummerSlam feud. I think this would be incredible. But personally, I want to see Randy versus Cody for SummerSlam. I don't want to see Punk versus Cody for SummerSlam. I would love to see a Punk Cody feud sort of crack on. Not every feud needs to be long and drawn out and have 3 years of build up. You can just say, hey, these guys don't like each other very much and they want to fight. That's it. I think with no Gunther and no Seth at the Elimination Chamber, a match like this would be perfect, especially if we get no Roman. If we get no Roman, this match needs to happen. All right, that's all my thoughts on the news for today. Hectic news day. Let me know what you thought on all of these stories in the comments below. Like, sub, share, blah, 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 blah. See you next time.